All right, everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Today's going to be an interesting day for me because I am a spaceman. Uh, your boy has maybe slept like an hour or two, but you know what? I missed you guys, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to power through anyway. Uh, so what we're doing today is I have started offering a two new services on my VGen, which you can find the links in my socials. But anyway, what I'm offering is line work cleanup. I did one the other day of a little cute character that Havoc made, and today I am working on another example. So let me go ahead and hop on over here so you can see what I'm talking about. So Havoc did this really like super cute sketch of Reth from Palia. She wanted to put him in a different outfit because Palia, for some reason, refuses to put their damn OCs and characters in different outfits. So they had this thing called the Lunar Festival. So Havoc wanted to do a meme, and it's from this anime romance anime we both really like called Monthly Girls Nozaki. If you know the ending, you know I love fireworks too. It's infuriating. It makes me want to flip a table. If you want some explanation, please let me know in the chat, and I'll fill you in on it. But so she wanted to switch up the outfit here, so she had these like examples. So these are the examples that she came up with, and I have gotten pretty far in cleaning up like the lines. This is so in my services I have simple line work cleanup for $15, and then I have complex for 20. This is more complex because I did some structural changes along with like the cleanup. So this is gonna be the example for like the complex. What up, Nympha? I am on a UFO right now. I have had like no sleep, so we're gonna see how this rolls here. Oh, by the way, I did this hand like completely like without any 3D or anything, so I'm like super proud of myself. I didn't even look at a reference. I just did it. I was just like, holy shit. I saw you were having trouble again with Webtoon wanting to take down your damn chapters, man. What's going on with that? Like, why do they have so much Nympha hate? We gotta do something about that. We gotta start a support group or something for you. I think what I'm gonna do, so you guys can see this a little bit better too, is I'm gonna take this sketch. I'm gonna throw it over here, and just for the sake of this piece, I'm actually gonna get rid of this so it's not in the way here. Wow, that's so stupid. That's so dumb. Cause you can have swear words on there, right? Like, cause I've seen them like not censored at all. But I mean, I guess it depends on like what kind of like rating you're going for, as far as your audience, I suppose. But yeah, I definitely had a challenge with like this like outer jacket thing because it's like kind of hard to tell from the examples here, but it like the end of the sleeve is like all the way out here, and then like the whole thing goes down. So I don't know if I got that 100% right, but we got it close enough, I think. Oh, another quick plug. Just so you guys know, this service also has the discount applied to it currently if you want to check that out. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I just need enough to get like verified, and then I can have like tons of services and like discoverability. Like, I don't know. I'm desperate, man. Help me out here. I want to make a living off my art, and I want to help you out in the process. So you don't have to do anything you don't want to, though. So I just thought that this would be like a neat service that people might, might enjoy because I get a lot of compliments on my line work. So oh, okay, yeah, I'll look at it. I'll look at that. Yeah, because I mean, I don't mind like censoring the swear words. Sometimes I think it's actually kind of funnier that way. So I'll probably end up doing that for Born and Raised, where I have like the partial censor. It definitely needs to have at least like a teen rating on ours anyway. So just because all the zombie violence mixed in with the brothers being brothers. I'm glad I could still draw today. I was a little concerned that my sleepiness would not allow me to actually be able to draw. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Habit did a really good job with the initial like structure of the sketch, so that helped out like a lot. I didn't really have to change like too much. Just mostly like the folds. I know folds are more of like a you have to have a lot of experience for like the folds, and I don't think that I even do them like 100% correctly. So I try to get them at least believable enough. Oh my god, I'm so gunky, guys. I'm sorry. If I have to clear my throat a lot. Just add to the scuff. Again, I was really happy with how these figures came out. I actually used a an animation method to do the hand, where you do like the shape and then like carve out like where the fingers are, and that worked out like really well. Just trying to make sure all the lines are clean since that's what the service is for. Try not to have any scratchies. Gotta have line confidence. Consummate views, consummate. Eh. There we go. Just took a little extra strokes there. You know, let's carve this out a little bit more. Hey, what's up, Artsy? Welcome to the stream. Not gonna lie, the fulls, I just throw down random lines to pretend it doesn't look bad. Do you know what the reference was made in? That's a whole mood. So are you talking about like the sketch, or are you talking about up in the upper right corner here? Because this is Reth from a game called Palia. But yeah, I went to ArtStation and I found the actual like model of the character to use as like the reference. And then this is Havoc's sketch here that I'm cleaning up. Which is like also part of a meme that we're creating as well, so little inside joke that Havoc and I use all the time when we talk about like romance anime and stuff like that. Trying to zoom in here and there and make sure that everything's looking decent. I gotta finish his shrimpy hair at some point. Alright, this needs to come up a little bit. There we go. That looks better. Make sure I get this in the right spot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of sketch in before I do the actual line. Oops, and I went ahead and did it on the wrong layer anyway. And he's got some like almost like eyeliner kind of eyelashes here, so I give him a little, just a little tad bit here on the end. If I can do curves. And we'll clean this up in just a sec. And it's a little thicker than the other side, so I just want to kind of go around the outside here. it, make sure it looks right. Oh yeah, it's like a cozy free to play like MMO game. I like it. I haven't played in a while, but it's pretty much designed for like millennials that can't own their own home. So you just make your fantasy home, and you can date the characters too. So this is Havoc's boyfriend. So oops, I just realized I need to move the sketch back over so I can see where she had the hair. So let's bring it way down. Let's flip it back this way. And the side of the hair has been flipped around a little bit from the reference, which is totally okay. Because in reality, it shouldn't always be like flopped the same way all the time anyway. And this is also a different outfit, so, you know, he can wear his hair however the hell he wants, so. But I just want to make sure I'm getting like the structure of everything with his shrimp-like locks. I do like that he doesn't have just like straight like white boy hair. Oh wow. Is this a cover? Or like a remix or something? Oh shit. So for the most part, I'm trying to keep, like when I do these services, like I'm trying to preserve generally what like the person drew. But like I said, for like the more complex ones, I might do like I'll do like a little bit of like structure, like fixing and that kind of things. Not necessarily fixing, it's just kind of like adjusting. I don't really like the term fixing when it comes to people's art. It's more just like kind of imparting like some experience. I don't like adding like a negative like connotation to it. I've just been doing this for a long time, so we can probably, because there's going to be some hair behind, so we can actually fill in these spots here, and then we can. There we go. Yeah. Honestly, I didn't really have to change that much. You did a great job. Havoc's always like, oh, I can't draw, and then has like these really like cool, really cute like sketches. So make sure you guys encourage her to continue to draw. I've just been doing it longer, that's all. It's just a matter of practicing line confidence. It's like having the experience of knowing when and where to like zoom out and use like your whole arm to do the line versus like zooming in for like the detail parts of it. I mean, ideally you shouldn't be zooming in as much as possible anyway, because nobody's really, unless they're like one of those like really like crazy stickler people, nobody's really going to be zooming in too much on your artwork anyway. I don't really know the whole pattern of this here, so we're just gonna kind of continue the kind of like that, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna leave some parts of it open for interpretation, I guess. Yeah. The knife. My nickname is Threats. Alright, we're gonna say it does this over here. Because I don't have a reference because this big old shrimp hair is covering it, so. Let's get some of the structure going this way. Yeah. Oops. No. We're gonna add a little bit more shrimps back here. Try not to put too terribly much detail on here, just enough to show that it's like more textured. Gotta get them shrimp tails. Hell yeah. Gotta love when the Doom music kicks in. It's so fucking tough. looks like it goes a little bit behind his back here, so I'm gonna just do this number here to imply that there's one back here. There we go. He's got all of his shrimp. This is appropriate because he's a cook. Whee! Alright, we got that. And... yeah, full cocktail. Oops, wrong layer. I still need to beat Doom Eternal and then play Doom the Dark Ages. I really like the new remakes. Like, I thought they were fucking awesome. Definitely as difficult as I remember the OGs being. This outfit, if I remember right, has some like pockets that kind of... like around here. And just kind of imply them, you know, you don't have to draw the whole things out. As long as it looks like that they're there. Gotta make sure I'm saving often here. We're gonna go ahead and just fill that in. And we can kind of start cleaning this stuff up and add a little, just a little bit of detail to these hands. Again, I'm not trying to go super detail heavy with this, because this meme is created, I'm pretty sure, from a screenshot of Nozaki, so... we don't have to make it like crazy detailed. It's actually fingertips a little too long there. He's a Majiri though, so we're gonna say he just has hell long fingers. What those fingers do, am I right? Yeah. Vache de Stampedo. Oh man, I can't wait to watch the new one. That's gonna be hell of exciting. Stampede was already so good, so that looks pretty convincing for a hand. Oh yeah, you put a wrap on his arm. I need to do that. Oops. I'm so sad that Rise of the Shield Hero hasn't been very good since like the first season. Like the first season was really good, and then it just kind of fell off. No offense to anybody that likes it. It's okay if you like the newer seasons too. Just I prefer the first season. I do like the other world party members. I think it's harder when you're married to a writer, and you can tell that they didn't really know where they were going after like the first season. It's like they started off with like a really cool idea, and then they were like, "All right, we killed the Pope, so now what?" Although I do have to admit that that was fucking awesome. He like turbo blasted the Pope. I was just like, "Oh hell yeah!" Yeah, artists out there, I definitely recommend that if you have a story you want to get told, please team up with a writer. Like, if you can find like a writer that vibes with you and your story, like it'll make your story so much better. You don't have to listen to me, but that's my advice. They should still be, of course, open to like, you know, your ideas and everything, but Just, having somebody that knows what they're doing as far as writing really helps clean things up. And collaboration is cool. Oh yeah, I'm sure the light novel is like a lot better. I've heard that Nafumi is a lot like meaner too in the light novel than he is like in the anime. Like a lot more jaded. Yeah, I mean it's hard to juggle like the artwork and like writing, so teamwork is always the best way to go. Makes the dream work. Like I said, you just have to find somebody that's like compatible with like the project that you're trying to do. It can't just be like any person like off the street like, "Hey, you write? Want to write for me?" You got to make sure you guys vibe, or at least have like a similar like vision in mind. Oh yeah, I gotta clean up over here. I was like, I knew there was somewhere down over here that I needed to do something. Oops. It needs to go up since it's connected to the other side, and his arm is raised on the other side, so it needs to trend this way. So let me actually do this number. So kind of going up to meet that, at least a little bit, because it's the back part of the thingy words. What do they mean? Yeah, that's a little better. Because you got to think of how things are affected on both sides, especially with like cloth. Like if it's something that drapes around the whole body, if you raise it on one side, that means the other side needs to reflect that as well. That it has a an opposing force that is, you know, affecting it as well. So the reason I got into art is because I was more of a writer, but I couldn't find anyone who liked my ideas to draw. So I was like, all right, time to get a. Hey, I mean that's cool too. Like that's a good way to go. Sometimes you find out that maybe that path is a better suited path for you. Like I really like your artwork. I mean, I like your story too. Don't get me wrong. I think it has like a hell of a lot of like personality to it from what I've read so far. Like I really like I enjoy the dialogue a lot. Like it's very I like it when characters talk like actual people talk, instead of just like I'm, fantasy the character and I speak all heroically all the time like a fucking robot. I like it when characters actually, like I said, talk like human beings, like react in ways that are natural to the situation. there's like a little kind of like a belt loop here that holds up this part. So we're going to draw it in, and then we're going to cut out the little parts of it that like overlap for the belt loops that hold it up. So we're just going to carve out a couple spots for that. Let's put one like over here, because it's going to need at least, I would say at least two like in the front to like kind of like hold up what's going on. So I think in the reference it has that too. I'm gonna check the reference in a second. We're almost done with this line work. Hell yeah. I'll have to find another one to start. Alright, let's see. It's still pretty stiff there. But that's just like a really rough sketch, so we're gonna give it at least a little bit, like where, say, like, since it's all coming down from the tension points, which are up here, where it's like holding the so you just kind of want, like, you know, pretty much where like all the tension's coming from the top, and then it flares out as it gets to like the bottom, is like how you want to think about it. So kind of like that, and then we can adjust the curves on the bottom to reflect that, to make sure that they kind of have a flare to them. But the way the well, it's pretty stiff across the bottom. I want to keep that shape, so we'll kind of just do it this way. Have it more like a bell shape here at the bottom. Maybe just a tad bit of variation. Like, it's kind of hard because not, like, when you're doing folds, it's not, the weight of the material isn't always the same. So it's like drawing folds, you can't draw all folds exactly the same, because it just really depends on the material that you're trying to convey. Like, if something's like thicker, like a thicker material, it's going to have like way less overall folds, but the folds in it will be like nice and like big and chunky. I don't know. I haven't mastered it yet, but I'm working on it. Like, understanding, like, kind of how things work, like, really is just as important as, like, you know, learning to draw the specific thing. You're like, okay, well, I typically see these lines, but, you know, why do I see these lines? You need to think about the why. You know, it doesn't have to be, like, 100%, like, you know, realism, but, like, just having an idea of why things are like that is helps a lot with drawing. Let's see, and then you had a little, you have a soup bowl on there, and that's in a circle. And you know what? I'm gonna use my circle tool for that, because I'm not gonna fucking do that freehand. Where is it? Direct, straight, curve, continue, ellipse. And then we can manipulate this as well. Actually, let's do the bowl first. And then we'll manipulate it so it like follows these folds a little bit here. Actually, we can do the bowl with this as well. He is Soup Coon. Oops. You know what? I also have a tool for this, so let's use it. I can use this. Oh, if I had the black selected, that would have been even better. Oh, it's not going to work the way I thought. No. No. Maybe a polyline. Do it from there to there. No, that doesn't. Is it this one? Okay, just the size. Aha, it's this one. I just gotta make it work. It's so difficult to use. Alright, fine. I'll just draw this manually. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh my god. You can do this, Aniki. I just need a convincing... You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to have it stop right there. Because I don't think it matters that much. It'll be fine. People will know there's a lip on the soup bowl. Also, it's towards the bottom, so not a lot of people are going to be looking there anyway. Oh my god. Fuck. I blame the sleepies. Good enough. Handmade with chaos, indeed. I will, however... God damn it. Oops. Alright, and this is just supposed to be like a print anyway. So let's thicken it up in a couple spots. Oh, good call. I'm gonna go ahead and save, get some water. I just realized I can't see my Twitch. There we go. And then, so I don't have to draw this over and over and over again. We're just gonna do this. I think 3 is probably good. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna take, whoops, I'm missing one layer. Is it this one? Yes. Right, we're gonna move this more. Chiboon, whoa. Alright, so now I can take these and merge them together. And we can kind of place them. Looks like you got some more stuff down here, so I'll get that, and now I can adjust it a little bit to like the folds. Just a little bit, because we just don't want it to be like perfect. Just to look like it's been at least a little bit affected by the fabric, you know? Just kind of subtle, you know? Oh, do you want like the little things across the bottom here too? Like the little tassels? Okay. Let me look at the reference real quick. I know what I'm going to do. To make this easier, I'm going to make a guide. I always highly recommend doing this. And we'll kind of just follow our curve a little bit there. There we go. Now I can go. And again. Come in and draw these in. And now I don't have to worry about like the placement getting all wild, because I've got a guide. You know, do whatever you can to make things easier for yourself. These are just like little tricks you just like learn over time. Like honestly, like I could have found like a brush for these tassels too. That's fine. We got time. I'm not on any sort of deadline, so you know. And it'll make it look better to do it by hand. I'm so sad that Mob is over. I really liked Mob Psycho. I think I saw that the artist is doing a new web series though, so that's exciting. I really like that, even though that the artist's like, you know, art skills aren't like, you know, quite as like high end. People like love the story so much that you've got like the absolute G Murata coming in to just like redraw all the artwork. Murata is just a fucking god, so. And then you have like really cool like animators, like you know, like they did with the first season of One Punch Man. You know, all the Trigger boys. I wonder if Trigger has any female animators. Oh, like that?
Yeah, it's like a towel.
Oh. Oh shit.
You can do it any way you want. I just didn't know if it was helpful to have a picture.
Okay. It's alright. Is it hot in here, Havoc? I swear art also, like, increases my internal temperature by, like, an insane amount. I should just do this first and then go in and do the little detail things. This makes more sense. Getting there. I don't know if I have the energy to do a second one. We're just going to try to finish this one. At some point, my body needs sleep, so. Here's to hoping I can actually get some rest, though. Jesus Christ, it's hot in here. Yeah, we're almost done anyway, which is nice. Then I'll have a second example. I definitely, when I get verified, I'll also be able to offer a service where if you guys already have completed line work that you would like, colored, I would also like super enjoy doing that. So I think that's something else I'm gonna offer when I can. Because coloring is actually my favorite part of doing art. It gives me the most, like, you know, dopamine hits. I'm like, ooh, pretty colors. And doing, like, different, like, lighting and stuff is a lot of fun. And these little, like, symbols across the bottom, do you know what you wanted those to be? Like how we have under here?
Oh, no, if you pull up the photos,
Is it on the reference?
I think there was something there and I just didn't know what to draw. Yeah, see, I was gonna put like Majiri writing around it.
Oh, okay.
Let me leave it blank for now. I think there's.
Let me see if I can find some examples.
I was gonna say, I think there's a thing somewhere and someone actually made a cipher for reading all the little signs around town.
Oh, here it is. Looks like. Maybe. Well, thought I found it. I think it's this here. See if it'll let me save it. No, it's a damn web file. Ah. What did you want it to say? Just like soup or something?
No, his little thing is called Reth Street Specialties, so I was just gonna like put like that in some way. I don't know. I just was like doing placeholder stuff.
So don't worry about it for now.
You can either just leave it, or if you want to just draw something else, that's fine. I don't care either way.
Okay.
I wasn't attached to it. I just didn't know what else to put on there. It looked kind of plain by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, let's do this on a different layer. And that way I can save it on a different layer too, so we can always change it later. Oh my god. Pull up. Can't see the whole thing. Oh, so what was up here? This a little smaller. A little bit over. Well, for now, it's going to say soup. Okay, cool. So now we just need the pants. And then I'll give it a once over to see if anything else needs it. And then we'll be done. There, let's see here. Let's make myself some guides for the pants. So this is, I think how I had his, I think around here. And have them mostly straight. I don't want to make them too terribly detailed because it's towards the bottom anyway. Oh, wrong way. We can't see most of the pants on that side. That's probably good. And then I can just erase away these lines. Actually, I don't like this line here. Just get rid of it. We don't need that many lines. Here. Here. thicken up a little bit down here. Oops. Don't want to do too much down here because I don't want to muddy this area up. Make sure there's a clear distinction there. And I could probably thicken up this spot just a bit. That fold. This line looks weird in this direction. Let's give him a little more space in between his legs here. Come on. Why? Undo. What the hell? Yeah, I think if we leave it like that, it'll be okay. Alright, let's make that. I'm gonna give it a glance over to see if I need to do anything. I think it's looking pretty good. I don't really see anything that looks janky. I think that's good. Alright. So now we can do the finishing touches here. Actually, let me make sure I got his soup stuff on the other layers here. Alright, so we're gonna duplicate all these and turn off some of these. There we go. That's looking pretty tasty now. And save. I get the main lines? I did. Go ahead and make sure I label all this. So I think these are supers. Wait a minute. So this needs to be duplicated and put under there. What about these other ones? Okay, so that needs to be duplicated too. And I think I need one more, the one that's up top here. There we go. Just to make sure it's nice and clear, even though I do have some of my blurring effect I like to add. There we go. Now it's all sharp. Cool. So we'll do that. Duplicate the whole thing. Turn this one off so I have the layers separate. Merge that all together. Actually, before I do that, this is the main layer, right? Yeah. Select the outside. Looks like it got it pretty good. Right there. Invert. There we go. Makes it easier to see. I can merge that. There we go. Let's make a copy of that. Merge. And There we go. It just cuts it off in the background a little bit more. And hell yeah. It's done. Woo! I think it looks pretty good. Oh, I forgot to put these little things across his thing. Across his chest there. Well, shit. I'll have to do that in a little bit. I am tired and hungry, though, so I'm going to take a break. Thanks. All right. So, yeah. We went ahead and we cleaned up the lines here. I think it's looking pretty good, pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with it. Let me go ahead and throw you guys in the lobby here so we can do a little bit of a wrap up. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I know it was a little bit shorter stream, but like I said, I'm really tired. Haven't really had any sleep. I will be back tomorrow, of course, for the art share stream. Hopefully I've had some rest by then. It's my favorite stream of the week. For those of you that are new, I do a art share stream every single week. I have a pin post on my Blue Sky where you can upload your artwork and I will show it off to the world on stream every Saturday. So make sure you follow me on there. If you like the kind of content I do, please follow me on here. Consider subscribing. That would help me out tremendously. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Otherwise, I hope you have a good weekend. I've been your Art Aniki. Have a wonderful